What is going on, everyone? Today we're going to be watching and reacting to Daredevil Born Again episode 3, which I am so excited to jump into. First two episodes were really solid. I think the first episode was definitely better, especially for that intro. Second episode took some time to get into things, but I do like this story with the White Tiger, and I'm assuming that's going to be followed up in this episode. I did hear there was a lot of like reshoots and stuff that they did with the season because obviously there was an original story they had planned out that they kind of changed around because apparently it wasn't similar enough to the Netflix series and they were just scrapping a lot of stuff from the Netflix series. So then they did this whole creative overhaul, but apparently some of the stuff carried over from what it was originally there, and apparently some of the stuff with the White Tiger was in the original story. So just kind of interesting thing to point out. But let's just jump right into this. Hopefully you guys will enjoy. If you want to see a full cut reaction, that'd be my Patreon link. That will be in the description down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's watch. So what is Matt gonna do here? Because I don't think he killed those cops. I don't know. Actually, I don't know what he did because he fucked them up good though. So I don't know what he's gonna do about that. They saw his face. So if they're alive, you know.
Evening, gentlemen. Couldn't trouble you for the keys to this fine vehicle, could I? Thank you very much. And wallets while you're at it. You too, Susan.
Do you know whose truck this is?
Are you a hard man, are you?
Yeah.
Silly wee bastard.
Oh shit! Oh, and they killed him too, just for damn.
Sorry to bother you, sir, but you wanted to be updated on anything happening near the Red Hook port?
Yes.
Last night there was a double homicide not half a mile from the port. Apparently a hijacking gone wrong.
They're misbehaving because there's no one at the head of the table. Without you or me there, they'll turn on each other.
Let them kill each other.
And when they're done with each other, whoever is left standing will come after you.
That world, that kind of violence, none of it is our concern.
It will be very shortly, I think. You know what? I've been wondering, is Maggie gonna appear in this at all? His mother? I feel like she should, right?
You know you don't need those glasses indoors, right?
I'm sorry, are you talking to me? Who's there?
Oh, this is that
You're a
copy
blind lawyer
deal.
who can fight.
So he's not dead then. I'm surprised he's not more fucked up, man. I think he looked like he should have been in the hospital.
We were assigned at Washington Heights, and a lot of the guys got sent down to Times Square for the ball drop.
Did you and Officer Shanahan see much action that night?
Yeah, we didn't see any action until we got down to the platform on 168th.
What happened there?
He's gonna make up some bullshit.
Yeah, the defendant, he just came out of nowhere.
Did you tell the defendant to stop?
Yes, many times.
Don't react, Hector.
Yeah. Needs to stay calm.
But he just kept on coming. He starts pounding on us, and then I feel Kel pull him off me. Next thing I know, the guy just takes Kel and he just pushes him in front of the train. Like it was nothing. Kel Shanahan was my best friend. And that's all over now.
You see it in his eyes, like deep down, he doesn't even. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if that was him showing remorse for what he's doing or like just sadness over his friend. I don't know. Could be a little of both. I don't know. Who knows?
Officer Powell, let's try this. You ever met a man named Nicky Torres?
Is he here now?
I never heard of him.
It's curious, because as I understand it, Nicky Torres is a confidential informant, used to work with the NYPD. In fact, used to work with you and Officer Shanahan directly.
Oh, so they knew him. Okay.
Did you and Officer Shanahan have an arranged meeting with Nicky Torres on the platform that night?
So it wasn't just some random guy, like they knew him.
I told you I don't know him.
Torres cannot testify.
Oh shit, what are they gonna do? There's more people that are like working with him.
Hey, you promised I'd be safe.
We'll be fine if you stay out of sight. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, so this, yeah, shit.
Just another second, Your Honor.
Oh, it's him? How the fuck?
Morning, officer.
Get out of the van, asshole.
God damn it. Oh, wait, he did some, oh, that's good. They did some switcheroo, I don't know. All right, that's good.
They're here.
18 months ago, I got pinched for dealing. I knew I shouldn't have done it, but I got a kid. I needed money.
Mr. Torres, is that what you were doing on the night of New Year's Eve? Were you passing along information to Officers Shanahan and Powell?
He's scared. He thinks if he tells the truth, he's scared they're gonna come after him.
No.
Shit, dude. But they gotta put away the people involved. Does he not realize they're gonna come after him, kill him anyways? Probably because he still knows he's still out there, and that's just frustrating, man. That's so frustrating. Like, I get why he's scared, but like, come on. Like, you'd probably be safer if you just did it, to be honest. Like, it's too, like, the only reason they're gonna kill you is because you have information that they can eventually get out and could be a problem for them. But once you already delivered the information, they're not used to you anymore. You already given the information. Like, unless they're gonna kill you just for revenge, but like, that's not how everyone operates all the time. So you never know. You could be safer just by saying it, you know? I don't know, man.
My wife and I, we live with my sister and my niece.
Oh, that wasn't her daughter. It's her sister and niece. Okay.
I put a deposit down on a studio in the South Bronx. It's not much, but it's ours. I was going there to put the flowers there for the next day.
Because you wanted to surprise your wife.
Yes.
You're heading into the station. What happens next?
I heard yelling. Sounded like someone was in trouble, so I ran down.
What did you see?
A man getting beat up.
Did you know the man?
No, and I never saw him again until yesterday in court. And now I know his name is Nicky Torres. So I ran down to help. And then everything just happened so fast. I tried to break it up, and they started beating on me, and I tried to fight them off, and then all of a sudden one of them slipped and fell into the tracks.
I mean, yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Could have just walked away. Ignored the problem. You decided to risk your own safety to help a stranger. Wasn't the first time, was it?
Oh, is he gonna bring up him being the White Tiger?
I don't understand.
Well, I'm just saying that you've put yourself in harm's way before. Many times. The question
is he actually gonna bring that up? I mean, is that a good idea?
Matt, don't do this.
He's gone. Oh shit.
Yes or no? Are you the vigilante known as the White Tiger?
Oh shit.
Yes or no? Mr.
Was that a good idea? I don't know. I don't know if that was because, like, is that not just gonna make them more suspicious of him? Because I mean, clearly a lot of people don't like vigilantes. I mean, Fisk is the mayor. He's so against vigilantes. Wow. I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe it'll turn out okay in the end. I don't know.
What happened to all that lofty rhetoric about unfairly biasing the jury?
Hector's alter ego is critical to this case. What he's done as the White Tiger speaks to the strength of his character. It's well within my
Is there a division?
It can, but a lot of people aren't going to see it that way, though. That's the problem. A lot of people are not going to see it that way.
You should have asked me first.
Well, he probably would have said no. But yeah, probably.
It wasn't your secret to tell.
Just trying to keep you out of prison, buddy.
Yeah, you don't be very happy if people were talking about your Daredevil alter ego.
Your White Tiger
and revealing that.
I mean, you know,
but I get it though.
Ever put that suit back on?
Oh, he's gonna do it though.
I don't think you understand. Being the White Tiger is more than just putting on a suit. It's who I am. It's a calling. I didn't choose it. It chose me. You might as well ask me to stop breathing.
There are other ways to help, other ways to contribute, ways that don't require a mask. You have to think about your family now. They need you.
We were driving home, and this SUV, it runs a stop sign, and it just plows right into us. The engine caught on fire. I tried to open the door, but it was stuck. I thought for sure we were dead. Until all of a sudden, I see someone running toward us.
Oh, okay.
It was White Tiger.
Yeah, that makes sense. Get people who were saved by him. That actually helps. I get his plan then.
This is a police report filed by Officer Lucas Barlow. On the night of October 2nd at 2:38 a.m., I responded to an attempted burglary call. When I arrived, the suspect was hiding in an alley, and before I could draw my weapon, he attacked me without provocation. And then White Tiger appeared. He intervened, pulled the suspect off me, then helped me subdue and arrest the suspect.
Mr. Ayala, let's talk about Mr. and Mrs. Burgos. Why would you risk your life by running toward a burning car to save strangers?
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, okay. I think revealing the White Tiger thing actually helped quite a bit in this case. That's good. I didn't think he'd bring in a bunch of people who were saved by it. I didn't think he but that makes sense.
So ask yourselves, does this sound like the type of man who'd murder a police officer in cold blood?
Yeah, he just saved his he saved his ass there.
The mask doesn't make the man. And whether Hector Ayala is wearing a White Tiger suit or not, he's a hero.
But I like how this, closely parallels his own life as Daredevil, even though he's not doing it anymore.
Good people can do bad things. Bad people can do good things. Humans.
I mean, yeah.
All of us, we're Messy, complicated, capable of good, capable of evil. Yes, Hector Ayala might have done some good things. Does that make him incapable of doing a bad thing?
I guess that's up for the jury to decide, you know?
Do you know what happens to a person when they get hit by a train? When you have 200,000 pounds of steel slam into you, all of your bones break. But here's the kicker. You're still alive. You don't actually die until they back the train up.
Are we sure about that? I think that guy died on impact. I don't know. It looked like he died on impact.
If Hector's sole intent was to do good for his community, why is he hiding? Because the last time I checked, real heroes don't need to hide.
Nah, I think they have good reason for it. And it actually makes sense, you know, in a world where there is heroes, obviously. I think those are definitely the best superhero projects, though, are usually the ones that deal with the concept of heroes in an interesting way, where there's like a lot of people who are against the idea of people having that power and stuff, which is why Captain America Civil War is one of my favorite MCU movies.
On the count of murder in the first degree, the jury finds the defendant
It's going to be not guilty.
not
right?
guilty.
Yeah, I mean, innocent until proven guilty, in my opinion, right? There's not enough evidence to prove that he intentionally went down there to kill someone. And the whole thing with Torres, I think, was like the main thing that made everyone think there's something going on there.
We're grateful that justice was served, everyone. There's no further comment at this stage. Thank you.
Oh yeah, Fisk's not be happy about that. I'm glad they're gonna even just showing this here, because I want these storylines to make a more bigger connection, because you know there hasn't been much.
A masked vigilante, a murderer, is allowed to roam the streets, and a veteran of the NYPD lies dead.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna suit up again. You know why? Because he was suited up in the trailer. So obviously, I knew it was gonna happen. That's the amulet.
A man who wears a mask to cover his face is a coward. These vigilantes, they are not heroes.
So do all superheroes count as vigilantes though? No, right? Like,
promise.
would they have to be? I don't. It's complicated. I don't know. Oh my god! What the fuck? He didn't even get a chance. Oh my god, is it Bullseye? Wait, what? That's not the Punisher. That's not the Punisher, right? No. Why would the Punisher do that? The Frank Castle? I don't think that was the Punisher. I think it was just someone, I don't know. Like the way they shot this made it seem like it was the Punisher, but I don't think Frank would do that. So it's probably before. That's terrible that he died, but I'm assuming this wasn't Frank, because again, they've had those other cops that were using the symbol. I think it's just someone using the symbol. I don't think it's Frank. They're probably gonna write that into the story, because it's probably gonna be like, oh my god, like camera footage or something saw someone with like a hood on with the symbol, and then Matt's gonna see that and he's gonna be like, oh, like, you know, don't tell me that was Frank. I don't think he's gonna assume it was Frank. I don't know, but he's gonna confront Frank probably, and he's gonna be like, what the fuck, and then he's gonna learn that it wasn't actually Frank who did it. That's my guess. I mean, like, obviously Punisher has killed a lot of people in cold blood. Like he's definitely the type of person to do that, right? But he does to people who, I feel like he, at least based on the 2 seasons we saw him in, and I guess 3 seasons if you count Daredevil, he was someone who he tried to get as much evidence as possible to make sure they're a person that he deems worthy of killing. Now, a lot of times it wasn't justified for who he was killing, because, you know, a lot of people would agree, like what Daredevil said, like it shouldn't be up to him to decide who lives or dies. You know, if you want to capture them or whatever, and let the courts take care of it, like that's kind of the whole idea of it. But in general, he's still like, he went through lengths to make sure he wasn't killing someone who he deemed innocent, right? Or who could be deemed innocent, right? So I don't think he would be like, oh, this guy, I heard he killed a cop, and then he goes out and kills him. No, I don't think so. Unless there was more to this character we didn't know about. So my assumption is that this isn't Frank, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I have no idea what's in store for the rest of the story. So I enjoyed this episode, but I will say I don't love it. Like, I don't think it was like amazing or anything like that. I think it was entertaining. I enjoyed the dialogue. I think the court scenes were really good. But in general, I do think you can kind of tell that this story is going to be kind of a contained thing. And I have heard some people who have seen the full series, or at least the full season, and they've said that things kind of get back on track later in the season, because a lot of this early episode stuff, aside from the first 15 minutes of episode 1. A lot of the other stuff in these first couple episodes, it's stuff that they either already shot or wrote before doing the overhaul. So like a lot of it is just gonna feel not the best, you know what I mean? And I could kind of tell what that is. I'm enjoying it, I'm liking it, don't get me wrong, but it's also like it's not anywhere near the quality of the original Daredevil series, you can tell. So I hope we get to a point where the episodes are far better, or at least closer to that quality, and I think we're gonna get there eventually. But these first couple episodes, yeah, it's a good story. It's just, it feels more like an MCU show, like I'm watching like the Falcon, or like a much better version of a show like Echo or something like that, right? It's still good stuff. I'm still enjoying it. I just don't think it's nearly as good, at least this episode, as the original Daredevil series. But I still think it's one of the best MCU shows, or probably the best, just based on the first couple episodes, because there isn't a lot of competition, if we're being honest. I mean, I like some of the MCU shows, but I think most of this has been far better than most of the MCU shows. Don't want to get that twisted. Just because I don't think it's as good as the Netflix series does not mean I think it's not still really solid. I just want it to be as good of it. The expectations are a lot higher. Like, obviously, I didn't have nearly as high of expectations for a lot of the other series out there. But yeah, I'm still really enjoying it. Hopefully you guys enjoying it as well. If you want to see the full cut reaction, that'll be my Patreon links. That'll be in the description down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Peace out, everyone.